Yes, YouTube, Dane Stab back. We're in the shop. It is nearly 11 o'clock, so I've got an hour before I open up. Why am I here? Show you stuff really, so I'm always here. I've been buying stuff for myself, spending silly amounts of money on stuff probably I don't really need, but I want, so that's what I'll be showing you. There's some pickups. I'll feature a few new little bits of stock that we've got for the shop. Just have a general chat. I want to say a big thank you. There's a couple more videos of the shop gone up on YouTube this week. So Ant Harper over at Retro Games Collector, a very good friend of mine, he finally uploaded his shop tour, which he'd done before. Was it before we even opened, or opening weekend? So that was a bit ago. And then obviously I did the NEC recently. And Ed from Ed's Retro Geek Out, massive toy collecting channel. He came round with Aaron from Empire Toys. Some numbers at the end, sorry Aaron, I'm shit with the numbers, but he's one of the guys from Toy Division. They both came round on the Saturday before the NEC, had a wander round. Ed's done a really brilliant job of editing together and making the shop look superb. So thank you anyone who's done any sort of promotional material for the shop. It's really appreciated. I do try and share it all out, share the love. I'm noticing I'm looking a bit red in the face. I think I need to turn the face tanner down when I go on the sunbeds, because I'm going to Lisbon the end of the month and I don't want to be mega pale. Also, shout out to Callum at the Retro Ghetto. The fade is not looking as good today. I do try and get it done weekly, but not been able to lately. Get it done next week, it'll look fresh. So we'll start off with what I've been buying for myself. We'll start off with some toys. Now, I've picked up a ton of Master of the Universe Origins figures over the time at the shop, and we've been selling them. I love the Skeletor and He-Man figures, but I'm reluctant to open any of the sealed ones. But I saw these, and these are the actual Super 7 ones, and they were loose, so I bought these off eBay. So you've got Skeletor. Like, anyone who's got the Origin figures will know this is a completely different mold, completely different stuff. I actually love the hood on this one, like that little knobble makes it so much more cartoon accurate. So these are for me, these are going to go up in the games room. So we've got Skeletor, as he's falling over there. Of course, we've got He-Man. Now, this is tan level that I dream to get to. I want to be the colour of He-Man. So we've got his shield, we've got his sword. The Super 7 ones are much more akin to the original Master of the Universe figures, whereas the Origins are slightly changed. But obviously these haven't got the rubber band legs, they're different articulation. And I just wanted them, and I wanted them loose for so long, and I'm reluctant to open anything that's sealed. And you get like the half each of the power sword like you do with the original He-Man figures. So yeah, I got those for myself. Just why not? The next pickup I got, right, so let's show something that's going out of the collection. It's fucking going, I've had enough of it. Yeah, and you're all shocked, aren't you? Because everybody knows I love the Amstrad CPC 464, and I really do. This is actually mine that I've bought from home, but it's going because I ain't got the time to be loading fucking tapes, if I'm honest. I've not got the time. And Tutti UK tagged me in something that I'd actually saw. I'm not sure if it's on Retro Realm. It was somewhere online for sale, and I knew the person selling it. And I hadn't read it properly, if I'm quite honest. I just scrolled past because it wasn't something that I was particularly interested in until Stu tagged me in and I had a little bit more of a look. And it is an Amstrad 6128 Plus. Now, I never had one of these, got no nostalgia for these, but it's what this thing can do. So it's got the GoTech, as you can see there, which is basically a USB loading drive for all the games. So you rotate through it, load it through there through the USB. But it's also got an easier way of doing it. So obviously, these are like the GX 4000 games, was it? So this is like an EverDrive. And the person I bought this off, Patrick Furlong, shout out. If you're in the gaming community, especially the 8-bit, you'll know Patrick. Patrick was probably one of the first persons I ever sold stuff to when I started selling. Sold him some Amstrad tapes back in the day on Retro for Sale. That's how long ago it was. So it's got that, and it just loads up so easy. Came with a controller, which I've never played Amstrad games with a controller before, which is a massive game changer. He also threw in this copy of Switchblade, which, can anyone give me any information of, because it's got a label on rather than the sticker. But down in my storeroom, I knew I had this for it. If I can get into it. Fucking case. So I've got the case for Switchblade, so this can now live in there. I might sell the game on, actually, to be honest, because I've got Switchblade on there. Switchblade's one of my favourite games. Music is actually better on the CPC 464 version than it is on the GX4000 version. So basically, this is now my go-to system, and I've been playing a ton of it. It's ever since it arrived from Patrick earlier in the week, I've been playing it for a couple of hours every night. Rick Dangerous is one of my favourite games of all time. I forget how unforgiving it was, to be honest, and I've been playing that. Very unforgiving game. What else have we been playing? Playing Gauntlet. Love Gauntlet. R-Type, rolling on the ropes, rolling in the caves. Literally, this is loaded full of all my nostalgia as a kid, and that, like, obviously I'd love to have got this done to a 464, but I've not got the know-how, I've not got the time, and for what I paid for this, I'm more than happy. So I'll probably get more or less most of my money back moving on my CPC with a colour screen that I've got in the shop. So that is my... I already done this with my brother's ZX Spectrum. I got that, so it was SD card loader. To me, this is probably the best way to play 8-bit micro games, because tapes are so temperamental, such a temperamental piece of software. So I have literally fell in love with that since I got it, and I have been playing the hell out of it. So Patrick, thank you if you're watching. I don't know if you watch my channel. I do know you watch YouTube. But yeah, that was a great deal. Great spot from Tutti UK as well. Thank you. So, oh, also, on a point, not told you how much I paid for it. You know why? It's my business. See some of these YouTubers who demand that I tell you what I pay for everything. Do you want to know how much I earn a day as well? Fuck me. Talk about knowing too much. You know what it is? It's because they're all trying to learn free information. They want to know everything, much everything is. Do your own research. I have to. Everyone has the running joke of that I'm always on my phone when someone comes in the shop, because someone will pick the 1 or 2 items I've not bothered pricing. So I look them up, and then I'll work out my price from the price I see. Do your own research. Second thing, this one is from another YouTuber again. Was it Retro Realm he put it on? I don't know. Anyway, I'm in a WhatsApp group with him. So I backdoored. What are you going to do about it? I know the guy already. So sue me. And this is from Kevin Wolford. Kevin Wolford 123 numbers. So this is a NeoGeo MVS consoleized version. Not got a controller yet. Control's on the way, and I've got a game. I think it is Super Psychic. Just tested. So Kev put this on, saying it was his spare one. I mean, who has a spare one? Kev, obviously. I love the colour scheme. Anyone who knows me, neon green is my favourite colour. With the black combo, I just fell in love with it. So I messaged Kev. I said, look, man, I'm away on a stag do the weekend. Depending on how much I spend, can I get it off you? And we sorted it out on Monday. It was here by Wednesday. So Kev, thank you. Anyone who doesn't know, so obviously you got the AES, which is the actual consoleized version of a NeoGeo. The MVS is basically, I believe it's like the jammer board system, the actual arcade system converted into a console. This is obviously customized. Kev had the customized lid done. Glows under UV light, looks brilliant in my room. So yeah, so as I said, who was I talking to? I've kind of like dabbled in, like, I've done Mega Drive, SNES, all your standard stuff. I've been dabbling with PC Engine and stuff for years. Like, I've got the EverDrive for that and stuff. I like the more unique stuff now, like the old school 8-bit in an easy way to play, and now this arcade version. Also, arcade cab's still not working in the back, but we have got some parts for it. Hopefully Craig Goodwin's place is going to pop up. He knows a lot more about that sort of stuff than me. We have got like a 16-1 board and the wires to convert it. Craig tells me what to order. I just order it, to be honest. So I've been splashed cash again. Not telling you how much I paid. It's between me and Kevin Wolf for what we paid. Our deal, our business. Don't like it? Unsubscribe if you're already subscribed. So yeah, that's it. That's everything I've been buying for myself. What a bastard, I've been treating myself to too much. So the only other thing I'm going to show is I'm going to show something I've picked up to sell in the shop. I bought it. But see, this is how it kind of goes with toys in the shop. I will see a toy line that I like, buy it so I can, you know, have a little look at it for a bit. Then it becomes sale. I mean, I love that. I had one of those back in the day, Ghostbusters Firehouse Ecto. There will be a tear in my eye when that finally goes, but then I'll spend the money on alcohol probably. So anyway, this toy line is one I remember having, and it was one of those, you don't buy one, you buy the lot, and they are Hero Gladiators by Bluebird from 1991. It's basically like, it's like a battle kind of game. It's not like Warhammer, but it kind of is, because you've got like your little miniature figures. You got these little skulls here which represent their energy. That tower down there is like your dice that you roll when you battle. Also, I believe the bottom comes off so you can store your skulls so you don't lose them. It's basically a battling kind of game, and there is like a play set there. So we've got 7 of these carded. I bought them. They've all got the same issue with like the glues come undone, but they are still kind of attached. They just look cool. I love the bright 90s like colour scheme bouncing your face. So I'm just going to flick through the ones we got. Obviously, I'm guessing there's 2 sides, good and evil. You know. So we've got this yellow. I remember, see, I was a little shit. I remember probably these were from Woolworths, maybe. Mum and Dad had bought me these back in the day, and I'd have had the whole set. I'd have never played the game. Because Mum and Dad used to buy me these sort of games that are like 2-player thing. I didn't have people who played games. Like my older brother, he just wanted me to piss off, if I'm honest, because I was a little kid and he was like 13 years older than me. So I used to have them, and I just used to collect them. Again, I've seen some like videos about people collecting. It's not a problem. It's just like, it was putting me as a kid, like, you know, you don't just buy issue 1 of one of those books that cost $1.99. You collect the whole thing. That was putting me from my mum from a young age. Like, you stick with things and you collect them. Ancestral Trails is one that springs straight to my mind. And these were the same, like toy lines. I never just had one figure from a toy line. I'd have the complete set, do you know what I mean? This is the last one that is boxed. I've got one that's loose. We're going to get it out the baggie. Bought them off eBay, by the way. If you want to stalk me and find out how much I paid for them. So he's not got the tower, this one, unfortunately, but you can see that, like, see, he's got a skull missing there. So he's got a couple of skulls missing, but you used to clip them on. So obviously, if I rolled a dice and beat you by 2, say, I'd put 2 of your skulls on my thing. Kind of a macabre thing, really, collecting skulls as you beat them. So yeah, Hero Gladiators. Anyone else remember that toy line? 91. How old would I have been? I'd have been about 8. I wasn't even old enough to be playing these. Who cares? It was the 90s. No one cared. So yeah, so again, I've bought these just for a little nostalgia trip for me. I will sell them on in the shop. They're going to go on the shelves. They're going to look nice on the shelves. I'm about to get ready to open up. All my videos from now on are going to be 0 editing, 1 take before I open the shop. Because it's easier for me. It's easier way for me to get content out. If you prefer these, if there's anything you want me to see, ask in the comments. Not going to promise to do it, because you know what I'm like. I do my own thing anyway. But thanks for everyone for the support of the shop, of the channel, of anything. Again, Retro Bear, I will do your Desert Island Disc thing. Is it? That's what it's called? Desert Island Games. Desert Island Discs was our radio show. You just got to stump up the money, because everyone's got a price for the day instead, you know what I mean? You just got to stump up the money. That's what it's all about. But seriously, take it easy, YouTube, and goodbye.